We still have some time to go. 13 minutes in. We still. Yeah, CLG, they're in a very advantageous position right now. They're up 3 kills. They're doing pretty well for themselves right now, but we still have a little bit of a game to go. Anything can happen right now.
Yeah, and I mean, right now it's going to be tough. We saw, actually, I think it's interesting.
Whoa, that was Ionic Spark? We got Ionic Spark on Shen.
And that's actually the thing behind that is Shen has terrible pushing capabilities. We've already talked about how that's going to be an issue. But with the attack speed and the Ionic Spark, it will allow him to clear waves much more easily. We do see Udyr coming down into this bottom lane. He has the Oracles, so he knows there's no wards. He gets into the lane without any vision. Actually, they did see him, so the minion was just a second too close. So you saw them pinging onto Udyr. They know that they're surrounded, and we'll see whether or not there's a tower dive with Anivia coming down as well.
It looks like we may have it. TMS is here. We can wall off and keep Doublelift and Chouster out by that tower. We're waiting for that wall. Can we get a very well timed? And now we have Shen being forced to leave top lane. Hotshot is here. We missed the taunt on TMS. We got the slow. We got the we got the wall. But Doublelift actually does flash over the wall. Is the egg up? Egg is up. So now Doublelift is a little bit regretting the decision. And now Hotshot is getting into the mix. Can he get away? I think I know what I said there. I'm pretty sure I said it. I didn't mean it like that.
It's his new nickname. I love it. But this is actually.
Damn it! No.
Rosewill is going
no, we're not doing that.
And they're going to try and get this, but actually the headbutt from Chouster onto Udyr, he's very close to picking up that kill, but he is surrounded. It's very close for them to get this.
Damn it.
But the big thing...
Damn it!
The big thing is, I don't know,
you almost did it. You almost did it.
Doublelift, he got a little excited there. All of CLG, they had great coordination onto Anivia, and so almost picking up that kill onto Anivia. Doublelift, for some reason, using the flash to get over the wall, was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this Anivia egg. It is the most important thing I have ever done in my life, and he wasn't able to get it. And then unfortunately, Hot Shit GG wasn't able to. I just love that. That's a good name.
We can't be the first ones who've done that, but you know what?
But Rosewill, coming back down 3-0, able to grab the tower. So they have both top tower and bottom tower. When, like you said, when Shen left, Tryndamere just has such great pushing capabilities. He didn't even have to use the promote.
Yeah.
I wonder if he would have if he had an opportunity. That's the one issue with promote, is that you can't use it for every wave. You only have to use it for the cannon minions. But even so, 2 towers down quickly for Rosewill. The mid tower is down for them, so CLG has that mid tower advantage for the map control. But Rosewill now coming in for this dragon. No one is there for CLG. Hotshot is going to try and push down this top tower, but it's going to be difficult for him. And so he does have that Ionic Spark to kind of push down the waves a little bit easier, so he actually will be able to pick this up. The minion wave should be large enough, but they're trying to surround Vayne, and Doublelift is way out of position. There's actually the slow from Tryndamere, the Condemn going off, and Nocturne coming in, but now Nocturne is probably going to die as well. We'll see if we have the wall. The Flash Frost not actually able to grab him, but even so, Vayne is down, and this might be a tier 2 tower for Rosewill if they continue this push.
And Hotshot, I mean, he's trying to push up top tower as best as he can, but Livingston will be there to dissuade him. We do have a pretty big minion wave coming up for Rosewill bot lane, and we do have promote available to us once again, so if we really want to push this, we can. And Rosewill, they do have the advantage here. It's a 4v3, and St. Vish is getting a little bit too out in front. We have the wall, but Judge Reinhold actually being focused down immediately by Big Fat.
Oh, wow. Hero Big Fat. We know that the Anivia egg is down, so there's the double kill onto Graves. Tryndamere was able to get out of there, but his ultimate is down, and in the meantime, Hotshot just pushing down this top lane. And so that was a quick 4v3. It didn't look like, I mean, it's a 4v3. You're like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you chasing? But they know they have the burst from Ahri. She can get into the back line, was able to pick up that kill, and so a quick advantage, right back to him. And all the meantime, Hotshot is just constantly pressuring this top lane, and Tryndamere in the meantime is 50 CS behind him.
Yeah, now we've left. It's strange because I feel that Rosewill went with this strat to try and
Right, that's
I feel that Rosewill went with this strat to try and counteract the push from Hotshot, but Ispara is now leaving lane. Oh, the spin! We get the headbutt pulverize on Ispara while he's trying to spin away. The ult is down. He didn't have it available, and that's just quite unfortunate. But like I said before, I feel Ispara, he went for a promote to try and counteract the push from Hotshot and capitalize when he left lane. Now we actually see Aspara, he's actually leaving lane more often than Hotshot is. And now it's like, why did we even go with the strat?
And the thing is, Aspara, he can't lane against Shen right now. Shen is just too abusive.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't think of Tryndamere as, you know, just kind of this really weak laner. You think of Tryndamere as just, you know, this badass who's going to fight anyone. He's like, hey, you know, you want to fight? Let's do it. But unfortunately, he doesn't have that option. And actually, Double Lift coming in behind Graves, but Anivia is here very close to picking up that kill. So even though Anivia was waiting for it, they're able to grab the quick kill. TMS, his egg is up again, so they won't go in for that. Yeah. But even so, the kill, and now we can pressure down this tower while Ahri is split pushing that top lane, so preventing the push back.
And also, even then, if you're going to be... Oh, we actually got TMS actually being dove here. Hotshot, we're trying to get aggressive here, and now we got the egg from TMS. Will Hotshot go down in the process? No, we got the shield just in time. Staying alive, pushing down the waves, but he's still pretty low. Judge Reinhold, flash! King Silence, no, we got the shield once again.
Yeah, and so now we actually have Double Lift chasing after Judge Reinhold. Won't have enough damage, but Tryndamere ulting onto Aspara will get the fear off, and then Chouster is going to combo it up with some nice CC. We do have the Tryndamere spin is up, but the headbutt into the Pulverize. Can he get to the wall? Rage. He gets the ultimate, does get over, but now he's running right into Big Fat, and there is another kill. So CLG, it looked like maybe they were losing some advantage in this game. They were up 3-0. Then all of a sudden, Rosewill coming back with 3 kills of their own, taking down 2 inhibitors, and CLG is like, how dare you, sir? We are not going to stand for it. And now with the Oracles on Big Fat, they have just such great map control to go along with the mobility that Nocturne and Ahri have. And now here's the concern. Not only do they have all this mobility, well, Vayne is a lot stronger than Graves right now, and Shen is a lot stronger than Tryndamere. And what that means is that they can just split push top and bottom constantly, deny farm from both Graves and Tryndamere so they can't get involved in the game, and then look for kill opportunities. And by split pushing, you pull Rosewill out of position, open up opportunities for Nocturne and Ahri to pick up these kills, and it is turned into a 9-3 advantage once again, and Hotshot just chasing down Udyr. Get out of here.
This is my lane.
Yeah,
this
so
is
just
my
complete
lane.
Control right now.
You get out of here. Now, but the thing is, though, for a time, that was as far as lane. But if you're going to be running with this kind of strat, if you want to continue to remain aggressive, and if you really want to grab that first tower up top lane, you need to stay in top lane, and that's what Hotshot is doing. That's what Hotshot does. That's what he's always been doing. And we saw it game 1, too. And we took the tower, he just stayed.
So that was interesting.
Caught out again. Nuts.
Tryndamere just walked right into Double Lift and Big Fat.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're just so strong at this point. And that's the kind of situations you're going to have. They didn't have good map vision. They didn't have their minions yet, so they the creeps were pushing up. We saw them there, but unfortunately Tryndamere didn't. So now we see Shen able to pick up that red buff, and Double Lift actually coming in aggressively. We have the ultimate from Big Fat trying to get onto Anivia here. We get the charm onto Udyr, so just some damage exchange, but they won't be able to pick up any of these kills. But what it does open up an opportunity for them is maybe continue to push. With Ahri or with Anivia and Udyr low, they can get back the charm, just barely missing Anivia.
And we see the CLG continuing the pressure on. While we have a 3-man push in mid, we actually got Nocturne and we got Shen already start. Actually, Baron's like 2/3 of the way done already, just on them two alone. Level 11, level 14 doesn't even matter. Like Vayne's just there, double this here. He's like, I just want the last punch. Can I get that? Sure, thanks. And we got the Baron buff for CLG. And you know what? The slow push from here on out, they can just go ahead and split push however much they want. It's their specialty. It's what they love to do. Hotshot can just go ahead and take top lane. Everyone else can go mid or bot. Doesn't matter. And yeah, there's going to be a very massive task for Rosewill to try and come back from this one. We do have an Oracles on Livingston, but it's not going to be too much use when you're being pushed to your tier 3s.
And this is why CLG is always such a pleasure to watch and such a strong team, because rather than a lot of teams, you'll focus on maybe winning team fights. And you're like, okay, well, if we get to late game, we win team fights, we win the game. Or a lot of teams, maybe they focus on winning the lane or early team fights. They're like, okay, if we win the lane, we get a farm advantage, we win the game. CLG, they don't, that's kind of a chance thing. So there's always that risk that the enemy makes something happen, or that risk that, if you've got a late game team fight team, you lose one team fight and all of a sudden lose Baron and the game's over. CLG doesn't want that risk. They put themselves into the position to win by constantly being the aggressors. And so just roaming all over the map, they're able to just put pressure on all of the points of Rosewill's base, with this split push, and then now Rosewill split. So we see 2 people coming up top for Shen. They probably don't have enough kill potential for Shen. Shen can just 2v1 them easily. He's got the red buff, and now he's got Big Fat in pursuit as well. So maybe they can just sit here and tower dive, and in the meantime, there's nothing that Rosewill can do about it. So there's the charm, and Udyr actually dropping really quickly. Ispara throwing off the ultimate, but he is going to go down shortly as well. Hotshot with the chase. There's the taunt. So a double kill for Hotshot, and in the meantime, the rest of the team is pushing down bottom, and actually Chowster coming in for this engage. Yeah, we actually have Nocturne ulting in as well onto Graves. Sorry,
we got the Shen ult coming in on St. Vicious. We want to secure this tower. We have the main waves pushing, but we can just go ahead. We can tank this thing. It's no big deal. Big Fat LP taking care of the tier 2 tower top lane. And you know what? This is it, man. We just got this slow push. Aspara's down. Livingston's down. We can take down this inhibitor. Ari's going to take care of top tower and top inhib as well. We got Baron buff. We still have it. It's only halfway done. We still got a lot of money to make off this thing. Now we see the transition. We're going to go over in the mid. We're going to push that creep wave up. Big Fat. We have a force. Rosewill has no choice but to respond to this. Otherwise, they're going to keep on losing stuff. And that's, you don't want to lose your stuff, man. You don't want to lose your towers. You don't want to lose your inhib. But you know what? CLG too strong right now, and we see the 2-man push up in mid, being able to catch few free. Wow, Rikiri, like 4 or 5 shots from Vayne straight up, and you're gone.
Yeah, and so right now with the bottom inhibitor down, with Ari still pushing down this top lane, she does have a nice chunk of damage there. It's below half. The charm is going to be fine, getting some nice burst damage onto Nivea. The egg is still up, so she's not going for kills, but they can just slowly push in these 2 lanes, and there's no opportunity for an engage from Rosewill. They want to fight, but they don't have that option, and double lift now chasing down Udyr, actually burning him through him pretty quickly. We have the exhaust, but St. Vicious with the fear onto Graves is going to be chasing for a kill and then turning back onto Tryndamere. So they are all grouped together now, and then Big Fat jumping in, trying to pick up some kills, grabs Graves, and then they can back out once again, grab another inhibitor, and then grab top inhibitor. So all 3 inhibitors dropping very fast, whereas most teams you maybe see a split push very slowly. CLG, they just force in all the sides of your base all at once until it's just too much to handle.
And you know what? We have 2 members of Rosewill who will not be back up in time. We got the ult coming in now. The entire party's here. Second Nexus tower going down, and now Nexus is open. We're going to go ahead and focus down on that, and you know what, man? That is GG. CLG.NA moving on to round of 8. But you know what? Rosewill, thank you guys. You put on a fantastic show for Game 2, and I really hope to see you guys again in qualifiers 2, 3, and 4. Man.
Yeah, just really impressive play by CLG, and that's what we were talking about, that, coming into Game 3, they weren't going to allow the same thing to happen once again. They weren't going to allow